QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022 OneNote presentation. Accounts receivable graphs using Excel. Let's get into it with Intuit's QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022. If you have access to OneNote, would like to follow along, icon left-hand side, topic introductions 4280, accounts receivable graphs Excel. Also take a look at the immersive reader tool, topic introductions in the text area 2, same name, same number, but with transcripts. Transcripts that can be translated into multiple languages, either listened to or read in them. Same name and number as presentations 2. The topic introductions designed to give an introduction to the topic, provide screenshots, links where applicable, give accounting background to complement the presentations, and can be used to support the presentations if you don't have access to the software at that point in time. Closing the icon on the left-hand side, we're looking at the accounts receivable. We're going to be constructing our own graphs now by exporting from the QuickBooks system. We're going to be looking into the accounts receivable, supporting it with a graph that's going to break out who owes us the money by customer. We can get this type of graph by going to the report center, customers and receivables. Here's the graph we looked at in a prior presentation, but it's fairly static. Can't do much with it, can't rotate it. Can't change it from a different style, can't really change the colors or anything like that, which you could do in Excel. We could export this report, which can be found in the customers and receivables, the customer balance summary. Because this is a job cost system, it's a little bit more detailed with the drop downs, which gives us a little bit more complexity to make it into a graph, but not too difficult. We export it to Excel. We're going to export it to the existing worksheet. Looks like this. And you can see we have these subtotals all the way through. That's what we need to clean up. So we will clean that up so that we get a nice list of just our clients and then the totals. Notice I got this total column to clear up over here. So what I did is just copied and pasted it on this side. And then if I just start typing in what I want, not including the total, Excel will actually see that what my trend is and be able to copy that on down, so that I can remove the total. That's one of the easiest little tricks to remove the total. And then we've got our list of our clients or customers. We can then put a table in it, which is what I like to do. You don't have to add a table, but the table gives you the drop down so you can sort up top. Then we can sort it from top to bottom. So we got the client that has the largest receivables to the smallest receivables. Then oftentimes we're going to want to cut it off and say, I'm going to stop it at this point. Everything beyond that point is just going to go into other. So I got 10 pieces of the pie. Everything else goes into other. Then I just select that information, insert a pie chart. Once we do, we've got our options on the right-hand side for a lot more different types of pie charts. We can adjust the title. We can adjust the keys in different ways. We can add the numbers into the pie chart or outside the pie chart. Whatever we want to do, a lot more flexibility. Here's that 3D format. I don't like the 3D format that much because it makes me feel like someone's trying to deceive me, because when you use the 3D format, you could try to emphasize what part of the graph you want to by rotating the 3D and making this yellow item looks a lot larger right now. Marketers often do that if they're trying to, manipulate people. So I don't really like it in that way, even though it's kind of a neat pie chart. But in any case, you got the option to do that. So I would do something more like this, because it's just a straightforward pie chart giving you the data as straightforward as it could be, hopefully in an easier way to look at, in a more pictorial way. This is one where we basically limited the data a little bit more, so you got less of the pies. That's something you can't do in QuickBooks as well, because they force you to just have 10 people and then the other category. So here's another way you might see it with the information on the outside, which is another nice pictorial way that you can present it. So you got a whole lot more options is the bottom line. Here, you can also add it to your Excel worksheet and then print it out. So it prints out with all your other documents. So when you're printing out your 27 pages to a cute PDF printer, it'll print out the pie chart as well and just add it to your documentation as you're sending it out to people, including it possibly into one large PDF file with all your reports, including a pie chart.